Hello, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me for your March of 2019 horoscope predictions. While I'm shuffling your cards, I just want to thank you for your support with your likes, your shares, and your comments. And also, if you would like your own personal reading, please go to my website, CassandraVanZant.com, where you could choose your time and book online. Another way that you can help in supporting me in this channel is if you would go to my Patreon site. That's patreon.com/CassandraVanZant. You can become a monthly patron there. Again, it helps support what I'm doing here, and I thank you so much for that. I want to let you know, too, that on the 5th of this month is when Mercury goes into retrograde, which means communications may become a little less than clear. All right, so Mercury rules communications, and it's a time where it's not advised to sign contracts, to buy electronics, to purchase large items, cars, homes. It's not a good time to do that. Also, it's a time where anything that you have put off, you can look at it and, finish it or continue to work on whatever it is that you've put off. So what have you put off, Taurus? And if you know, then get it out and start working on it now. You never know. It could be anything as simple as cleaning out the closets. But you want to write that novel, get out there and write it. Do whatever it is that you have been putting off for a while, because this is your special time. I know it may not seem like it because things just don't work fast around Mercury retrograde. That's why I'm getting the horoscopes done early, because that also manages to mess up the recordings or the uploadings. So I'm taking advantage of this. So I just wanted to tell you that because the readings have been reflecting that Mercury retrograde. And when I see these things, I'm just letting you know that this might be why. All right, so I'm going to lay down some cards, and then I will lay down clarifiers, and we'll go from there. So your first card is the 7 of Cups reversed, the 10 of Wands, and the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Such a good card to have in reverse, Taurus. All right, what is it that you've been going through that has caused your dreams, the things that you really, really want in your life? You've been looking for things. You've been wishing. It's like, maybe I could do this, this, and this. But it's reversed. So I feel that these wishes or what you want to do may be taking longer than usual because you have a burden here. You're like, it's like you're walking uphill and you're carrying all of these sticks. So it may feel like a burden, like, well, come on, nothing's going right. Or maybe you have a lot of irons in the fire. So with this card, this is you looking for all of the different ways that you can accomplish things, because this is a cup card. This might mean things that you love or things that you really, really want to do, or people or a person that you love. But it may feel like there is a lot of burden associated with this, and you're going, oh my gosh, is it worth it? Is it worth it? You have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, upright, you could see it's like you're out in the cold. You're cold, you know, you don't have any shoes on, you feel that you've lost everything. But I want you to take note of the stained glass windows and how these pentacles are still here lit up, and it looks like it's a anchor. So you haven't lost everything. Now this card is reversed. It's a good thing. There are some cards in the tarot reverse that really are good for you. So upright, this would mean that you feel like you're in the cold. You've lost money. You've lost, you know, your home. You've lost your car. You've lost your relationship, and you feel left out in the cold. Reverse, it lessens that feeling. So once you're looking at really what you haven't lost all. There's still light. And when you look at that, you know that it's going to get better, because I want all of these hopes and dreams to turn around for you and to let you imagine, or this is the imagining, I want this to come into reality. And I'm going to draw some cards to clarify these cards and see what we're talking about here. How is this going to progress? All right, so the Seven of Cups reversed. The card is the Hermit. I've gotten the Hermit in that position for the last two signs. So there's a lot of people out here who are actually seeing the light. The Ten of Wands is the Four of Swords. This is good. The Five of Pentacles is the Five of Swords. All right. So whatever has been put off, believe me when I say this, Taurus, there is a reason for everything. There is a reason for delays. There are reasons for, things not going as we planned or envisioned. And that's the hardest thing for us to realize, because when we want something, we want it right now. And it feels good, it feels right, but there's always something there. So I feel the reason for these not coming into fruition right at the moment is because you have to see the full story and the full picture. And I feel that's what you're doing right now. So you're seeing that, well, maybe it wouldn't be the right thing for me to do this or to do that, even though you really, really, really want it to. Right at the moment, the universe is going, no, let's put a little delay on this, and then we'll let them know why. Because we could get a little, down in the dumps about it if something doesn't happen, but there's always a reason for it. So you've seen the light. You have no threat here. You have a firm grip on this reptile that is not going to hurt you. And actually, if you look at it, the reptile is looking in the same place as the light, as is the dog. So you're coming out of this cold, you're coming out of this darkness because you see the light. The Ten of Wands, the burden, you're going to be stopping that now. The Four of Swords, you're taking a rest. You're saying, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to have this burden of pushing forward. And if you notice, you have 10 wands here, but there's no one helping you. You're the one who's doing it all. So now you have a rest, but you also have someone here that is saying, I'm here, I'm going to help you. You don't have to be by yourself anymore. So I feel that there are more people that can help you. I mean, you can have one true friend, one true lover, one true relationship, and that's all you need. But I feel that this is saying, I'm here, and I'm watching over you, and I'm going to help you. And the Five of Pentacles is leading to the Five of Swords. Again, you're getting the message that everything is over and done with, and you have two fives here. Fives in the tarot are always talking about losses. So there is no loss here. Right here, you're saying, you know, the battle is over. I have two of these swords. I have one in my hand, and there's two right here. But it's over, and you feel actually victorious. And I would think that you would feel victorious because you don't have to carry this burden anymore, and you're putting everything at rest. So whatever you've been doing, Taurus, that those burdens are going to lessen this month, I feel. Now I'm going to clarify these cards, and we will get the last of what you need to know. So what is it that we need to clarify on the Hermit? It's projections. So you're seeing the light, Taurus. What is it that you were looking at? This is talking about with other people too. So you look at someone and you see you in them. And most of the time you're projecting that part of you that you don't like them, you don't like something about them that has to do with you. So you're looking at it and you're going, well, you know what? Maybe it's because they remind me of this person. They remind me of this thing. They remind me of how I do things, and I just don't like it. So when you can be conscious of this, then that's when you've seen the light. Because otherwise you would still be going, well, you know, I want all of these things, and I don't know why I can't get them. Why can't I get them? Because you're not looking at yourself. You're looking at other people around you and projecting onto them. What is bringing you rest from your burdens? The experiencing card is talking about you just pulling back, looking at things as they are, not reading anything more into it, and just allowing yourself to be, which is what this person is doing here. They're just allowing themselves to be. They've put down their swords. They've hung these swords up. There's one down here, but they're allowing themselves. If you notice, this woman and this woman, they both have that nurturing and calming about them. So what I feel, Taurus, is once you said, I don't want these burdens anymore, and then you've cleared your mind and you're going, why isn't anything coming to me? You find out that you're looking at it, you're projecting any of the doubts, the fears, the anger onto other people or places or things. And then when you do that and you say, wait a minute, that's what I'm doing, then everything becomes so much clearer. What is the Five of Swords clarifying? The card for that is integration, which is so appropriate, Taurus, because after all of this stuff that you've been looking at, after all of the things that you can look and see in yourself, and you clear up and you rest, you integrate, you become balanced, You have body, mind, and spirit, and you're starting whole again. Thank you so much for joining me, Taurus, and as always, I will talk to you next month.